I think like a lot of first-time moms, I knew absolutely nothing about birth and postpartum. I was the first one in my family to have a baby, so I hadn't been around, a lot of family members or even friends who had gone through birth and postpartum. One of the things I was finding was that the more research I did online, the more overwhelmed I felt with the amount of information that was out there.
Mm-hmm.
There's so much, and it's hard to tell, what's good information, what's not good information, and it's just really hard to kind of decipher what you should be, looking at, what you shouldn't be looking at. Pushing was actually something I was really looking forward to, because with everything I learned in your course, the different pushing techniques, breathing techniques, and I had actually practiced them a bit with you. So I had a lot of confidence that I had a lot of confidence in what I was doing in the pushing stage. The doctor actually didn't have to coach me at all because I could feel the contractions and I knew when to push. I knew how to push. I knew the breathing techniques. It was great. Postpartum recovery was actually so much harder than I thought it would be, Sophie. But your program was really great in that it covered literally every symptom that I was experiencing and more. Like you put forward so much good advice, so many good tips and tricks to deal with everything.
Thank you.
It was great. So my biggest symptom that I was trying to manage was the pain from my tear.
Mm-hmm.
So things like, the donut cushions, padsicles, the sitz baths, the peri bottle, those things were all lifesavers, and those were all things that you had laid out in your program. I'm a very physically active person, and I had no idea what to do right after birth. I was like, can I start doing lunges? Can I start doing squats? Like, what can I do? So just the fact that you had exercises laid out week by week, with how many sets to do, how many reps per day, that just took all the questioning I had out of getting back into physical activity. So that was just, that was perfect, Sophie. I don't know what I would have done without it, to be honest with you. I probably would have spent just hours online trying to figure out, what can you do? What should you do?
I guess another question for you was for more about your partner, because we haven't really covered what your partner has learned through the program or how it helped them to, navigate your journey.
Definitely. So going into this pregnancy, my partner, like me, was absolutely clueless about every aspect of birth and postpartum. Luckily, he was very open to learning with me, so we actually ended up watching a lot of the program videos together. I think the information in your program really helped him to have realistic expectations of what I would and wouldn't be able to do, which helped him know what he could do to support me. So for the first month, like, he did all the housework. He carried the car seat around. He made sure I always had a glass of water, made sure that my postpartum bathroom supplies were always in stock.
Wow. The dream.
So kind of is. Yeah.
Like your postpartum doula, but it's your partner.
Yeah, essentially. But yeah, like, these are all things he wouldn't have known to do without your program. I absolutely would recommend your program to a friend, and in fact, I already have.
I know. And every time I hear someone referred by you, I'm like, okay, I want this person in the program because Liz was so stellar student that I want all of the Liz in the world.
Sophie, honestly, like, your program it provides such a good knowledge base for birth and postpartum recovery. And another thing that was great was the opportunities to connect with other women and yourself through the Facebook group and the weekly calls. Honestly, those really made me feel less alone in my experience, just kind of knowing that there are other women out there that, you can reach out to. And this is kind of sad to say, but I kind of felt like you were the only healthcare professional who actually cared what happened to me after giving birth. I believe the term magician has been thrown around to describe you, Sophie, and I think every woman deserves a little bit of magic in her life.